Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be going over the top 5 brawlers after the balance change. So there is one big surprise that will not be in the top 5 that you guys probably think will still be a top 5 brawler, but at the moment I've played quite a bit of ladder and a few scrims and just realized already that he's not as strong as he was. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the 5th best brawler. Okay guys, jumping into number 5 on the list, it's going to be Poco. So Poco has actually seen such a huge amount of play usage inside of ladder. Literally all the time on ladder now, I'm just facing Poco double tank comps. And it's kind of refreshing because it makes a change from the Gale Mr. P. But it's really overwhelming constantly. Poco double tanks constantly. Every single map I've played, every mode I've just been seeing this comp, especially in Brawl. So Poco is going to be the 5th best, and it's mainly because of his synergy with other brawlers. He's not actually strong on his own. It's just because of the amount of heals he gives other brawlers and gives them the chance to thrive in the meta. But as you can see, look how good he is. We're just overwhelming him like crazy. I've literally not even done too much except for pop gadget, spam heals a couple of times, and the rest of them are just going to be doing the work. So let's jump into another game. Alright guys, so into the next game. And talking about Poco again, we're actually facing a B, which is supposed to be this comp's hardest counter, but as you can see, Poco's just got such good presence, and we're just stomping all over these guys. Just the heals are just insane. I feel like Poco in the next set of balance changes definitely needs a nerf to his gadget and his heal. But the thing about Poco, if you nerf him, then tanks just aren't going to be as good. It's going to be an indirect nerf to like so many different brawlers. As you can see, Jackie's just running on in here. I'm close to heal. I'm going to be able to heal Jackie. Casey's going to be using his gadget. He's going to be scoring. So Poco, that's going to be the rest of the gameplay because I don't need to show how good he is. He's good on every mode except for heist. He's actually decent in siege now with Pam. Literally in every single competitive comp this weekend, well last weekend that I played, he was played in gem grab, he was played in Brawl, he was played in bounty, he was played everywhere with tanks, and he's just running rampant at the minute. And with Gale nerfed as well, he's seen even more of a resurgence because Gale was one of the biggest counters, and it's kind of insane how strong he is at the minute. So he's going to be number 5 on the list. Let's jump into number 4. Okay guys, going into the 4th best brawler in the game right now, it's going to be Max. So Max has been good in the meta for a while. She's always lurked around the top 8. But now with other brawlers getting nerfed, she's definitely seen even more of a usage inside of the meta right now. She's amazing in Brawl, one of the best modes. Heist, she's used absolutely everywhere. Siege, she's been used quite a fair bit, especially with like Jean and other combinations. Gem grab, she's really good. Literally everywhere, Max is really good. I'm not the best Max at all, so my tips aren't going to be the best. After this leg, I thought we were going to score there. But literally, she's just so easy to play, really, to be honest. And that's going to be another quick win for us. So, I mean, we're going to go into another game to speak more about how good she is at the moment. Let's hop right into it. Okay, guys, going into another game with Max Senso. She just absolutely shreds from a distance as well. 448 damage. Just actually adds up over time. And she's able to win so many different 1v1s because of this damage. It's kind of insane. Her synergy with other brawlers as well, using this speed, is really, really good. Casey with a nice goal there. There's just so many good things about Max, and she definitely needs a nerf for sure. Maybe the next set of balance changes, it will happen. And the star power used every single time is the one which you get your ammo back much quicker. It's much better because you get just so much damage output. It's kind of insane how much you're actually able to kill people. As you can see, we're able to just melt through these people, and we're able to pick up another win. So that's going to be Max. That's going to be another short couple of games there, just because of how good she is. She like synergizes with so many different brawlers. She can hold lane well on her own. She's good on heist, she's good on siege, gem grab, Brawl. She's literally the best brawler inside of all of them, or like top 3 brawler inside of M mode. So that's going to be Max, the 4th best brawler in the game at a minute. Let's jump into the next one. Okay guys, going into the 3rd best brawler in the game, it's going to be Cole. So Cole has been so strong for a very long while now, ever since they buffed his damage, and now he's going to be creeping into the top 3. He's just so good literally everywhere. He's even good in heist. He's good in siege right now in a few maps. He's amazing in Brawl, one of the best brawlers, and really good in gem grabs. So again, one of these brawlers that's super versatile and good across literally every single mode. It's just mainly because of his damage output, and with the power throw, star power is just so good. You can actually incorporate him in Poco double tank comps when you use the protective Perrette star power. It's just kind of insane, his damage output, and how they haven't nerfed him yet. But I feel like in the next set of balance changes, they will be nerfing him. So I will see, because if not, he's going to be a top 3 brawler. So that's a really nice goal there. But again, it's kind of simple to play Cole. It's not really hard to play him. You can just constantly just wall peek with his power throw star power. And again, it's just 924 damage. It's like 1800 every single time you hit 2 pickaxes. It's kind of insane. There's not many real counters to him. Before, he used to not be too good in the meta because everyone used to use protective pirouette, and a lot of brawlers used to cancel his super, but now there's not many brawlers that actually cancel his super, like have the knockback effect, other than like Gene, Zelda 2 brawlers at the time, when he used to be really bad, that used to be able to cancel his super, but now he's just so dominant inside of like every single mode right now. So that's going to be Carl. Let's just play one more game. Okay guys, into another game with Carl then. So again, especially on maps like this, it's so easy to win so many different lanes. I feel like the only real lane you're going to be struggling against is Surge, but that's kind of a common theme. Literally everyone struggles against Surge for sure. And even his gadget used to be one of the worst in the game, but I actually really enjoy it now, especially when you get good usage out of your super with it as well. In game modes like Heist, where he's actually pretty decent in because he counters a lot of the longer range brawlers. When you're able to spin on the safe with your gadget, you're able to just get insane damage. So again, he's just so versatile, with one of the best brawlers in the game easily right now, and definitely need of a nerf. A lot of people don't really complain about Carl because he's not one of them annoying brawlers. He's just really strong and definitely needs a nerf in his damage for sure. It's kind of insane what he can do. As you can see, I'm going to be spinning on the Surges. No way the Surge is going to be able to survive. Kind of a waste of a TP from him, and we're able to score. So I just love playing Carl. He's one of them brawlers where I kind of wish he didn't ever receive a nerf, or even maybe like a slight nerf, because he is probably a bit too strong right now. But he's so fun to play, and again, one of these brawlers where I don't mind he's in the meta, because back when he used to be so strong with protective pirouette, it used to be like him, Gene, and the other brawlers, and it used to be so fun. So that's going to be Carl. He's the third best brawler in the game right now, in my opinion. Let's jump into the second best. Okay guys, jumping into the second best brawler in the game right now, it's going to be Mr. P. So I'm actually facing double B here, and Mr. P counters B pretty well. So the thing about Mr. P, he's received a big nerf. His porter now has 1,000 less health, and his little porters have, I think, 100 less HP, I think it is, or around that, which is kind of a big difference. But same time, the only thing that's really going to change about him is your positioning with your porters. Instead of maybe placing them aggro, you're going to be placing them like all the way in the back now and keeping them alive. I mean, that's the way Mr. P was always played. Your first porter, you just throw it in the back, and it's not really going to ever get destroyed. And by the time the enemy team's actually got that porter out, you've probably got another one, which is just why I feel like this should be nerfing in it, some different avenue. But let's just talk about that in the next game. Okay guys, into another game with Mr. P then. So the thing about Mr. P that everyone hates is that his porters do most of the work for him and apply the pressure, because you're going to have to be taking at least 2 shots to take it down in most cases. So it's kind of insane how good and strong he is. Even with the nerf, he's still going to be one of the best brawlers in the game by far. So I'm literally 2 shots away from my porter already, and I feel like, as I said, the thing that needs to change is his duration of his super. Instead of its HP, I feel like it needs to have like a little timer or something, just because most of the time it doesn't actually get destroyed, and if it does, I'm just going to get another super straight after that. So kind of insane how good he is right now. The only really counters to him are the Poco double tank comps, because you just can't deal with it with his slow kind of reload speed. He only does 980 damage. That's going to be like the only counters to him in the meta, but again, you can just throw him into every comp. He can play Heist, Siege, Bounty, Brawl Ball, Gem Grab. It's going to be good in all of them modes. So that's going to be Mr. P, the second best brawler. Let's jump into the best. Okay guys, there's no surprise here at all. The best brawler in the game, still by quite a long while now, is going to be Surge. So Surge, again, really hasn't received the biggest nerf. He's received a minus, I think it's like 25% range reduction with his split, but I just don't see that at all. Most of the times you're going to be using his TP to get up and close and personal to be getting your supers anyway, so it don't really matter. There's no way we're going to be able to score this, so let's just level up here. I feel like the main problem about him is his gadget. His TP, you can just teleport onto people and get your super within 3 shots, which is kind of insane. So we either need to change his gadget or his how quickly his super is built up, because as I said, it's just kind of insane how he's able to get through to his final form like straight away. So I've not even used a TP yet, and I already got through to my 3rd form. I'm able to get this one. Again, I'm probably just going to TP on this Poco, able to get him down in like 3 shots. Looks like this Poco's just gave up and scored no goals. So yeah, that was another quick game. Let's jump into one last game with the best brawler. Alright, going into the last game of the video then with Surge again. I feel like the one main change I need to make about him, I don't know about you guys, is the way he builds up his supers. So instead of, I've said it a few times, but instead of taking 3 shots still when he gets to his final form, I feel like when you're going up the levels, it needs to take you longer to build it up. So I've said it a bunch, but this is probably the big one. I feel like they actually are going to implement. So like for me, first level still should be 3 shots, eventually should be 4, and then get harder as it goes on. I'm going to use a TP there, probably a bit dumb. I might actually die here. Let's try and get the standard down. Let's try and stay alive. Hopefully our B can finish off this one here whilst I heal up. Looking like I can actually auto aim that person down. And it won't be a SpenLC video with a little voice crack, so able to get that. But again, he's received a health nerf as well. But I mean, this is going to be much better in terms of ladder experience of getting him down. In competitive, people are still going to ban him because he's the best brawler in the game. But just it's so easy to get to that final form. It doesn't really take any form of skill. Is someone actually in there? No, no one's actually in there. I don't know why I'm shooting there that whole time, not me concentrating. But yeah, it's just so easy to get this final form. I literally don't even have to try half the time, and I'm able just to get max. So as you can see, I'm already at max level, and it's just insane. Like, it's so hard to take him down once he reaches his final form, and it's just so low effort to get it. Like, it just doesn't really take any skill. You can just use your teleports and just auto aim, and it's just basically a 1.5k shot, and it actually does a lot of damage. Just like 4.5k shot in like an instance. It's ridiculous how OP he is at the moment. But again, they've only done emergency nerfs, so you can't really be too quick to hate on Supercell. These nerfs have definitely been good. In terms of ladder, I've not really faced too much Surge, Mr. P, Gale at this moment in time, so it's definitely been a fun change, and a change everyone welcomes for sure. I mean, a few people in the community are still a bit annoyed, but I'm for sure definitely a big advocate of this because my ladder experience has been so good today. I've been playing for like 2 or 3 hours, and I've not even faced the Mr. P Gale Surge comp. So again, I've not actually spoke about Gale. I've not included him in top 5, and that's mainly due to the fact he's just not that good against Poké Double Tank now. It takes a bit longer to get your super, and his best modes are going to be Heist and Siege. Still going to be the best brawler in them modes, but in terms of overall, you can actually kill Gale. So that's going to be Surge. He's going to be the best brawler in the game. And then Gale, as I said, he's probably like a top 7 brawler. Not really cutting it in the top 5 at the moment, but that's going to be Surge, the best brawler in the game.